Namaste, and welcome to Mindfulness Moment. This is a time in our day that we carve out for ourselves to really come inward, to connect to this moment, to connect to our bodies, to connect to our breath here and now. And today we're going to work with the concept of spaciousness, how we can create a little sense of openness, of spaciousness here in our bodies, here in our hearts, here in our minds, just taking a mindfulness moment break. So let it begin. So come down and take a seat that is comfortable. You can sit here on the ground. If you would prefer to work in a chair at your desk, I don't have one today, but you're most welcome to do that. Find a seat that is comfortable. Your hands can come down on your thighs and start to move and circle your spine, right? Remembering the idea for today's practice is spaciousness. How do you feel? How's your body feeling in this particular moment? You might feel really open and spacious. You might feel that there might be areas in your body that feel a little blocked. And as you're exploring now, just kind of turning and moving the spine, circling into your hips, let your arms begin to soften. You can feel the arm bones in the shoulder socket. Can you feel what's happening here in the spine, in the upper spine, the base of the head and the neck? How do you feel in that place? And just exploring. Take a deep breath in through your nose, circle in the opposite direction if you haven't already done so, and exhale deeply, mindfully through your nose, and keep going, right? We're creating space between each one of our vertebrae as we move around here. You feel the warmth, the openness. You can start to slow that down. Sit nice and tall, and then as you inhale, take the arms way out to the side and reach. Arms are reaching to the sky, and grow a little taller here. Feel how strong you are at the base. Feel your pelvic floor muscles, feel your belly, and see just by the movement of your breath, if you can create a little bit more space between each one of the vertebrae, lifting yourself right up and out, deep and clear with your breath. Go ahead and drop your left hand onto the ground and take your right arm way up and over. Drop the gaze and deeply breathing. Now feel the whole side of your body here. The hips are rooting down, and from that place, you're lifting yourself right up and out, just moving with your breath. Go ahead and come back up to the center. Again, get a little taller. Turn your palms forward. Create space between the fingers. Feel the space right at the palm of your hand. Drop your right hand down, and then that left arm goes way up and over. Send your gaze down. And perhaps you notice in your own body, maybe one side feels a little bit more spacious than the other. Just notice. Keep the flow of your breath, right? Each breath is an opportunity to add a sense of openness. Go ahead and come back to the center, reach up. This time now, bring the tips of your fingers together. Keep some space there at the palm of your hands. Use your breath, and now gently guide the hands right through the midline, over your nose, over your mouth. Hover your prayer, hover your hands right in front of your heart center, and set an intention for this mindfulness moment practice for this day. Maybe there's areas in your life, in your work, in your relationships that you would like to create a little space, that you'd like to find a little light. Hold that. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and drop your chin. Release your hands down to your thighs. Roll your shoulders up and back and away, up and back and away. We're going to come down now onto our hands and knees. If you'd like to put some padding underneath your knees, I happen to have a little cushion that I was sitting on. You can do that. If you would rather do this practice standing, absolutely, positively. So if you're on the ground, make sure you walk your hands far enough forward that you really find a sense of opening between the front of the spine, the back of the spine, the sides of the spine. Tuck your toes under. And start to move into cat and cow. You look forward on your in-breath, and as you exhale, you round, round, round. Again, the idea here this day, this practice, is to create space. So feel the movement, feel the breath in your body. Inhaling, exhaling. Deep, mindful breathing. And pay attention. This is the mindfulness practice, right? You really pay attention to what's happening in your lower back. The muscles of the lower back, do they feel spacious? Do they feel tight? Just notice what's happening there in the middle of your back as you're moving the spine forward, as you're rounding the spine back. What do you feel? What do you sense? Can you feel the energy, the movement of the spine, of the breath coming into the body and softening and creating space? Breathing in and breathing out. Go ahead and look forward and lengthen here. You can extend your left foot back. Keep the toes down. Keep the toes down and just push and pull a bit. Push and pull. You feel the space at the back of your leg. Feel that energy. Feel the breath here. If you're standing, just take that foot back. Feel the toes and then look forward. Extend your right arm forward and then go ahead and lift your left leg and create some space here. Use your strong core to fill the lower belly with energy. Feel the lower back with energy as you stretch, as you expand. Right? Again, every breath we have is an opportunity to create some light, to create some space. Drop that right hand down, bend the left knee, and then roll the leg around in the hip socket. The movements like this are a wonderful way to create an opening in the joints. You feel that hip socket. We spend a lot of time sitting in our work days, in our life in general in this Western culture. So just feel, right? Creating space. Creating space. Go ahead and drop that left knee back underneath you or the left foot underneath you and go ahead and flow into cat and cow. Welcome all. Breathing in and breathing out. Spaciousness. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. We'll do the second side. Take that right foot back. Keep your toes down. Extend it and push and pull and push and pull. Keep a lift underneath the front of your chest. You feel your breath. The body is quite light and spacious here as you move forward, as you move back. Looking forward now, collarbones are open and wide. Right leg goes up and left arm goes forward and you pull yourself forward. You can karate chop that left hand. You can flex your right foot and feel the lengthening happening. A little lift of the leg and extension. Keep the breath flowing as you're here. Deep and full. Left hand comes down, bend the right knee and roll the leg around. Feel the energy. Again, the practice of mindfulness as we move gently here is simply to observe the body. Is this the open side? Is this the side that feels maybe a little bit tighter? Or maybe for you feel an evenness, a balance in the body. Go ahead and drop that right knee back underneath you. A few more rounds now. Cat and cow, looking forward. Exhale, this time through your mouth. Create an opening, a spaciousness in your jaw. You can open that mouth softly. Inhale forward. Exhale, let go. One more time. Inhaling forward. Fill up, fill up. Exhale, empty, empty, empty it all. Widen your knees if you're on the ground and pull the hips back. Here is a wonderful opportunity to create and invite space into the lower back. You can rest your forehead on your hands, or perhaps for you today, you feel like stretching a little bit. Take the arms way forward and feel the space underneath the pit of your arms. If you're standing, you can sit back in your chair and drape the front of your body down and over your legs in a gentle, soft forward bend and be here. Connecting to your breath, connecting to this moment. And when we do those things, automatically we are a bit more spacious, a bit more calm. And that's the idea of mindfulness. It's the practice of mindfulness. It's just being here, present in the moment. Feel the spaciousness. Wherever you are, you can look forward and you can walk your hands over to the left side. Keep pulling your hips back and feel the stretch there. I like to create a little space underneath the palm of my hands by tenting my fingers. It gives a little more leverage to pull and stretch the body in all directions here. Forward, back. You feel the side of the body opening. And take the time. The breath is flowing. Go ahead, you can walk your hands back, forward again, peek forward, widen the collarbones, trying to keep the spaciousness in the front of the chest, the heart opening, and reach and expand and lengthen in this moment, breathing deep and breathing full. Take one more full breath. Good, come back to the center. If you're in your chair, you can slowly start to lift yourself up. We're eventually going to meet standing. If you're on the ground, walk the knees underneath you, lift yourself up. And if downward facing dog is part of your practice, tuck your toes and find space here. You can really reach back through the back of the legs. You can reach down through the ground with the arms. And then slowly and gently and mindfully, you can walk your hands back to your feet. Walk your hands back to your feet. Feel the spaciousness in the back of the legs, or maybe there's a lack of spaciousness. For me, I'm quite tight there. So everyone bend your knees, coming into a forward bend. Watch that the feet are spatially aligned right underneath your hips, and your knees are lined up between the second and third toes. So we start to build, right, spaciousness in our foundation. The lift of your arches underneath the soles of your feet. Feel that energy. Use your breath. Inhale, come up halfway now. Your hands can be on your shins. And here's a big stretch, right? You can begin to straighten your legs, but lengthen the spine as well, right? Opening up, feel the breath moving. Float the arms out to the side. Your palms are down. So a little core action here. A little bend in your knees, perhaps. Use your breath. Exhale, twist. Left hand to right shin. Straighten the right leg. And that right arm goes straight up into the sky. Now lengthen through the tail and the crown. Feel the length there. Lean back, that you open more of your chest and not just the shoulder. Exhale and drop back down. Into the forward bend here. Take a big breath. Empty it through your mouth. Come up halfway. Find your breath, find the length, find the spaciousness here. Your belly's strong, supporting the back body. Right hand to left shin. Left arm floats up to the sky. Straighten that left leg. And again, elongate from tail to crown. That left shoulder opening wide. The palm of the left hand is open. Full, complete breaths. Exhale and gently release. Coming again into the forward bend. Shake your head, yes. Exhale through your mouth. Shake your head, no. Just releasing any tension, right? Sometimes the tension can block our spaciousness, our natural openings. Use your breath and then gently rise up. Roll up slowly. Be mindful as you rise. Chin comes up last. Arms out to the side. Lift your arms, tense your fingers. Just the tips of your fingers are touching here. Keeping space in the palm of your hands and lean way back. Use your breath and exhale. Bring your hands to a prayer and your prayer right to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Big stretch. Every breath is an opportunity here. Exhale, go down into the forward bend. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, go back down. And then rise up, go slow. Chin down, arms out to the side. See if you can coordinate the movement with your breath. Tips of your fingers, you can send your gaze up. Lean way back, and then exhale, hands to heart in a prayer. Again, just like that. Inhale all the way up. Spaciousness. Exhale down. So you can move really calmly and steadily. Here in the Northeast, it's quite warm, or here in the South, actually. Inhale, come up. There's a lot of heat. There's a lot of heaviness in the air. You can keep it light by being calm and steady and moving slow as you come up. Take the arms out to the side. Tips of the fingers. There's spaciousness. There's a cooling energy. Your hands come right here to your heart. Just close your eyes for a moment. Notice. Return back to your intention. If you set one for this practice, just hold that for a moment. And then gently release. You can shake out your arms, shake out your legs. It's good to have a little bit of movement, opening in the body to create space. Go ahead and turn to the right edge of your mat. If you have one, I'm working with my mat today. Just turn to the right side and then open the legs nice and wide. Take a really nice wide-legged stance and be generous with that. Put your hands on your hips and stir into the hips a bit. You can bend your knees and kind of wiggle the hips around. Looking forward, stand nice and tall. Arms go right out in line with your shoulders. Lift up onto the ball of the left foot and then turn that left foot forward. And start to bend the left knee. Keep the back leg nice and strong and straight. And I love these warrior shapes, right? A lot of space in this. What's happening in your hips? Can you feel the strength of your pelvic floor, of your core to hold you steady? And maybe there's a little bit more spaciousness in your arms. Relax your head and neck. Turn your palms up to the sky and a little flow now. We're going to straighten that left leg. Arms go up, tips of the fingers touch. Exhale, rebend the front leg and exhale, go back into warrior two. Inhale, rise up, front leg is straight. Big breath, exhale, go down. Once more, we come up. This time we stay up, the tips of the fingers touching. Lean back towards your right leg. Open, open, open. Keep all of that space now that you've created on the left side. Float the arms open in line with your shoulders. And then we're going to come into a triangle shape. Beautiful space. That left leg is nice and straight and strong. And then open yourself up to this moment. Maybe the gaze can even look up, creating even a deeper sense of spaciousness. You look out and beyond. Use your breath, look down. Drop the right hand down to the ground. Turn the left foot in, and now you're in this wide-legged stance, this wide-legged forward bend. And go ahead now and have some fun. You can bend one knee, straighten the other leg. Take the stretch, the posture that feels right and spacious for you. You can pull your hips back, let your head drop, deep breathing in, deep breathing out. Good. Crawl back up. Put your right hand onto your thigh, your left hand onto your thigh. Use your core energy and lift yourself nice and tall. Shrug your shoulders a bit. Arms float again, right out in line with your shoulders. Lift up this time onto the ball of the right foot. Turn the right foot out. Arms in line with your shoulders and then bend that right knee. And here you are again, this warrior pose. Spaciousness. I feel it. Little flow, palms up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Tips of the fingers touch. Exhale, go back down. The body is quite remarkable, right? Inhale. We have this real awareness of where we are in space, right? Dropping down. Inhale, rising up. Stay here. Lean back to the left. Keep all of that space. Just notice the space on the right side. Arms open wide in line with your shoulders and then flowing into this beautiful triangle shape, opening up. This is one of my favorite shapes, right? Filled with space, filled with space. Keep opening your shoulders, strength through your legs, nice long spine. Drop the left hand down onto the ground. Go ahead and turn that right foot in, and again, a nice wide-legged stance, and do what feels right for you. Creating space. Legs can move side to side. Perhaps you walk your hands forward. I like to do that and deeply bend the knees. This is a great release for the lower sacral area. Deep breathing, all that sitting that we do, right? Go ahead and straighten your legs. Walk your hands back up onto your thighs and then gently lift the chest, lift your gaze, and heel toe your feet in, heel toe your feet in. Go ahead and turn forward for a moment and stand nice and tall in Tadasana. Palms are open wide, heart spacious. Let's happening in your beautiful mind. Good, and then gently release. We're gonna go down onto the ground now. If that's your practice, you can be in a chair also. So I like to sit up on a cushion. We'll do a little bit more stretching into the hips before we get to that practice of kind of clearing our minds, right? So soles of the feet can come together, and you can keep a lot of space here, right? It doesn't have to be a tight Baddha Konasana. The legs can be out in this nice angled diamond position. You can do this as well in a chair. And then again, a little stirring into the pelvis, into the lower back. Move the body around here, like to loosen up a bit. Keep pressing the feet together, arms lift. Big stretch here, arms reach to the sky. And then flowing forward. See how tall you can be as you flow forward. Don't immediately collapse into the ribs. Just keep lengthening. Keep lengthening. Even turn the palms up. There's a bit of an offering there. Lifting up, and use your breath, and then come to a gentle forward bend. You can just rest your hands here on the top of your legs or your feet, or you can tuck your arms underneath your shins. You can kind of wrap your arms underneath you, look forward a bit, and then gently drop your head down. Feel the space created. Even here in this forward bend, right? You feel an opening in your spine, an opening in your lower back. This should feel good and supportive for your lower back. A few more breaths just like that. Keep the focus on the breath, moving in and out of the body. This is the tool for us to just create and add space, or actually return to the space that naturally exists. Turn your palms down and then gently lift yourself up. Come all the way up. Shrug your shoulders. Extend your legs forward. Give them a little shake, shake, shake. And go ahead and hug your right knee into your chest and cross it over. We're not going to twist, but you're going to just cross that right leg over towards your left. Just stay there for a moment just to get an outer hip stretch. Extend that right leg out, and then do the same with the left side. Hug the left knee in, grab the outer knee, and then cross it over. You feel the stretch through the outer hip. I like to do this to prepare the seat of meditation. And then go ahead, right? Find a seat that you can be steady and as comfortable as you can be. So take a moment to adjust. I like to kind of create a little bit more space for my seat. You can widen your hips there, reaching your hands beneath you. Shrug your shoulders up. Soften the gaze and sit tall. This is really important and really helpful to find a sense of spaciousness here in the beautiful mind. So sit back, be nice and light and easeful. Palms can turn up on your thighs this day, and gently allow the fingertips to curl. The thumb and the index finger will touch ever so lightly. Keep a little light in that touch. Keep a little space. And just settling down now, your shoulders melting down your back. You feel a light and an openness, an ease in the spine as it sits nice and tall. You feel lengthening through the back of the head and the neck. You might imagine that someone is gently attached a string to the crown of your head and keeps lifting you up, just lifting you up. And stay here in your beautiful breath. Stay here. If your mind wanders away, just simply invite it back. Invite it back to the spaciousness that is present right here in your breath, right now. And as you continue to settle into this beautiful space, this seat of meditation, the seat of mindfulness, just stay and observe. You might notice subtle shifts in your body. Maybe the hips are now softening. They settle down. It takes a moment. The spine is becoming more and more open with each breath that we take, with each moment of awareness. Notice the softness of your breath, the spaciousness. Now just begin to notice, just notice the breath, the tip of your nostrils. With great ease, with great light, begin to deepen the flow of your breath, bringing it into the whole of your body, nourishing and restoring, healing your body, creating light and space. Take a deep in-breath, fill up, lengthening, opening the spine. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, let it go. Bring your fingertips together again, the tips of your fingers, and you can hover your hands right in front of your heart center, returning back to your intention for your practice this day. And hold that intention with great love, with great compassion. We do this practice for the benefit of all beings. Keep holding that intention. Go ahead and lift your gaze, lift your arms all the way to the sky. Deep breath in. As you exhale, open your hands and send that intention out into the world. May all beings be free. May all beings be safe. And may all beings be healthy. Bring your hands back together in a prayer. And as you exhale, your hands right through the heart, the midline, to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for the privilege and honor of guiding you through this mindfulness moment practice. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste.